stand up and shout mice.
Mice! Mice!
Mice! No, actually, I'm a task rat. I'm Ditman, the task rat, and we're about to watch Taskmaster Series 20, Episode 3. Yeah, and it's just on time now. It's on schedule, so I'm nice and relaxed. But there's one thing I need to talk about real quick before I do anything else. I want to use this time to talk about actually Taskmaster instead of being rushed. But starting today, I'm going on strike against myself, basically, because editing for YouTube takes too long, so I'm doing a different thing. I'm not doing it that way. You can't make me do it that way anymore. But what you're going to get is the lead up to the episode where I get to talk about stuff, assuming I have time, which I should now. And you'll get the aftermath, the after party stuff, and maybe I can give you a teaser in the middle. But that's all for now. But the other thing I want to say is, if you want to see the whole reaction for free, you could do that on Ratreon. That's ratreon.com/ratofalltrades in 1 week. Unless you're one of these guys here. One of these Ratrons who can watch it right now. But anyway, let's actually talk about Taskmaster. I left episode 1. I think that was great. Such a good live task that they clearly did not plan through. I loved that. And just overall, I like all the contestants. Episode 2 was kind of medium for me. Sometimes that happens. It's just an okay episode, but I mean, any episode of Taskmaster is great. So I was still happy to see that. And I'm happy to see episode 3 in a minute. Let's see. I'll, reading some of these comments. I'm going to try to do that today. Try to do that a little more, but one thing I read was that we should be on the lookout for Mambo number 5 in this episode. Not sure what that means yet, but we'll find out. I think I'll talk about the contestants next time. I don't want this to go too long, but I'll be sure to say something before each episode now, and I do want to show you the scores, because I've been scoring stuff, and you probably want to know who is leading in Taskmaster Task Rat version. And I can tell you, I can show you on the screen right now, the series scores. Maisie and Reese are in the lead, but not too far behind is Anya, and then Phil, and then Sanjeev is pretty far behind. Overall, not too different from Greg's score so far. And I guess I'll show you episode 1 scores. That was very similar. Everyone's within 1 point of... sorry. Everything I did was within 1 point of what Greg did. Episode 2 was a little bit different, but still good. And... yeah, okay. If you want me, I'm going to ask the question here. Yeah. If you want to see more scores, like I used to put every task score in, excuse me. I used to put every task scoreboard on the screen after the task when I scored it. And I'm not doing it this time, but would you like to see those numbers later? Let me know. I'll figure out a way to put that in, but I'm trying to make this less work, as you know. Okay. In a moment, we will start. Why does that happen? 2 more minutes for us. All right. Can everybody pause for us so I don't see extra stuff happening in chat? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeak, here we go. So if you're watching on YouTube, you get to watch another 30 seconds or so. And then go to Patreon. And last time I watched this intro, I felt like like when I was editing. I felt like we've seen more than 2 out of 10 of these. Yeah, I mean, I know there's more than 10 little clips, but I feel like we've seen more than 20% already. Okay. All right. Goodbye, YouTube. See you in a minute.
We'll see you next time, but for now, here's the episode winner,
Maisie. Yes, I sort of agree with that. Hey, this would be a good time. No, this wouldn't be a good time to bring everyone back, because maybe they haven't seen the episode and they don't know who wins. But I mean, I'm going to be talking about it anyway, so maybe this would be a good time. Hey, welcome back if you were on YouTube. I assume you know who won the episode. The door is there, she got them back. But anyway, let me pause. Come on, pause. Okay. Hey, let's talk about the episode in just a moment after I scroll down my scores. All right, it's time to discuss scores, and if you're interested in seeing the specific task scores for each individual task, let me know. But that is more work for me. So, well, anyway. The prize task, I'm talking about them anyway, so maybe I'll put it. The prize task was the most unlikely thing to bring from your home, and I feel like there were a couple that I think were deserving of a lot of points, but I also felt like that was kind of accidental with Reese's no swimming sign, danger no swimming. I love that it's on a toilet, or on the loo, or whatever they're going to call it. I think because it's on the toilet, that's what was important to me, and I want to make sure no one follows me down the toilet. Okay? Makes sense, but I don't think anyone really got a great option there anyway. Maisie, I did not write down what she brought. She brought the doors, yeah. I do think that is a very unlikely thing to bring. So she got 4 points. I'm giving Phil 3 asbestos because, okay, I like running in walls too. So yeah, again, accidental. It's just, I don't know. I know what asbestos is. It's the stuff that makes your fur fall out and your tongue turn green and your, probably. But yeah, no, I'm immune to a lot of poisons. So that leaves Sanjeev and Anya with the things that I wouldn't really be able to show on the YouTube edit anyway, because I'm trying to keep that safe for work, but I'm not doing it anymore. But generally, those kinds of prizes don't do well for me. But I gave 2 to Sanjeev and 1 to Anya. It could have gone either way there. Okay. Next task. I should have written the task names down. Well, the names. But yeah, the mascots. Okay. I am surprised that is the mascot for the generals. But, okay, it makes sense for Chef Han. And out of all the mascots I've seen, middling, it's definitely unique, all right? I will give it that. What's the mascot's name? I don't think they ever told us that. Huh. Well, I'm pretty sure I gave everyone... No, I switched Phil and Reese compared to what Greg gave them. I gave Reese 1 more point than Phil. And I guess that part could have gone either way, but Reese's looked more like a general, and it just looked good. So, there. I also gave the exact same points for that twin task, which I was trying to explain earlier and kind of was distracted by stuff. But for team tasks, I try to give the amount of points that one team gets and the other, I try to make that equal to 5 or 6 if you add it together. So 1 and 5, or 1 and 4, or 2 and 3, or 2 and 4, etc. That's just how I do it. the way they do it, the winning team almost always gets 5. But in this case, I got 5 anyway, and I gave 1 because I was going to do 1 and 4 because I considered doing 0 for that team and disqualifying them. But I think because this task was so hard, one mistake in it, I'm gonna look away from that and say that's okay. But for the same reason, I should probably be generous to the other team and give them 5 instead of the 4 I was originally thinking of. Okay. Then the snakes and ladders. I did like that task, and it could have gone. It worked perfectly where only one contestant was there forever. The others, it worked out really well for them. But I really enjoyed watching Reese there and how he was willing to go all in on what he needed to do there and be very entertaining. So that brings us to, I think I'm actually going to wait for the obfuscation round since I never have time to talk about it now that it's live. So I'll do the live task first. Same points there. And I did like it. That felt like that one could also take forever. But, and I wonder how long it did take. It was definitely cut way down. And that means there's only the obfuscation round left. Which, let's see. First, I need the title point. I'm giving the title point to Sanjeev for Let the Kids Play. But I'm also giving a title point to Maisie because my 3 other options were all Maisie's. It was a busy week. She's not in the song. Worms on a plane. All 3 of those were said by Maisie, and I decided on Sanjeev's, but I'm giving her a point anyway. Okay, and then I'm giving a point to Anya and Phil. And you know what? I'm allowed to give 5 points total. And I think I will give 1 to Reese. so everyone just gets 1 point here. But Anya and Phil, those are all for the Snakes and Ladders task. Anya for actually making a ladder that goes straight to the end to save 4 out of 5 people from misery. Great job, Anya. You get 1 point. And Phil, you get 1 point for doing the exact opposite and causing the misery. I like that too. All right. And then I'll give 1 point to Reese for what I said earlier. I loved watching him, and he really gave it his all. Which means now it's time for the final scores, and I need to update Reese's. This is quite similar to how the series scores were looking before anyway. So I think we kind of have a race now between Maisie and Reese, though Anya and Phil still aren't that far behind. So we'll see. But my winner with 19 points is Maisie. We've had the same winners all 3 episodes so far. I've had the same winner as that Greg dictated. But Sanjeev on 13, Phil and Anya on 15, Reese on 17, Maisie on 19. And with that, it's time to go, I guess. I have stuff that happens shortly after this episode that I need to get ready for, so I'll try to use my time before the records to say more stuff about. I want to talk about what I think of each contestant. I think I'll do that next week. But yeah, as a reminder, if you just watch this on YouTube, Patreon, it's free. It might not be up yet if you're really early. It'll be a week later, but it's free. Go see it. Okay, bye.
I reckon I did really well on this one.